Hello and welcome. Thank you for joining me for this Leo New Moon ceremony. I'm Bethany Hadfield, Quantum Healing Hypnosis and Master Reiki practitioner, and I welcome you to join me going through this Leo New Moon, which is happening on the 24th of July 2025. This Leo New Moon will be for this whole cycle until the next new moon, and so the information that's shared here is relevant for this entire cycle, so it is timeless. So I invite you to use this as an opportunity to tap in and tune into the information and allow it to give you whatever it needs to give you on your journey for this new cycle. So welcome. So first of all, I'm going to talk about what this Leo New Moon is all about in terms of the archetypes, and then talking more specifically about this particular Leo New Moon transit and what we've got going on a cosmic level and how that affects us with our life. So for those who don't know, Leo is ruled by the sun, which is the bright star that we see every day. It is the daytime, it is the light, it is the masculine and the father. So that's very much this theme for this particular month. It's about this father figure. It's fire, it's creativity, inspiration, courage, expression. And it is related to our identity. It is the self. It is the sun, because, you know, when we usually talk about, oh, what's your sign? We automatically refer to the sun sign, because the sun is the brightest star, planet that we experience while we're here on Earth. So it is our identity. It's the sun that we identify as. It's the brightest, most obvious expression of ourselves, which is our identity. That is the ego that we come into as an expression here on Earth, as the soul that we are. So it's very much about the self and the identity. It is, of course, always about life, and light, and which is why it can relate to God, the Son of God, because it's this sun. So it's this fiery mass in the sky, but it's also very much about joy. It's happy, it's positivity, it's celebration and having fun. It's also love instead of fear. So it's about choosing love, and love, it's this burning desire and love. It's also very, very much about confidence. So it's the solar plexus, which is the chakra, and the stomach. And it is about having that confidence and courage as well. So that's to give an idea about what this general archetype for Leo is about. It's also about being royal. It's royalty, it's the king, it's the lion. That's the symbol that is related to Leo. So with this particular Leo new moon, it's a little different from usual. They're always all a little different, but there are some things that are changing this big, bright Leo expression for this particular Leo cycle. And that's because this particular new moon, we have Pluto, the dark underworld, lord of the underworld, exactly opposite the sun and the moon, this new cycle. So it's touching exactly on this new cycle of the Leo new moon. So of course that's going to have effect on the signature of this whole new cycle. This dark, unseen, mysterious lord of the underworld, which is our shadow. It's also the death and rebirth. It's this transformation. It's this destructive, complete dismantling so that it can be rebuilt, rebirthed into the new for this new cycle of Leo, the expression. So not only that, but we have also, there's a few things this month. We've also got just past in this last week, which is still forming a conjunction, is the Mars conjunct the South Node. What we're leaving behind, what we're letting go of, the South Node. And Mars, which is the planet of action. And it's also the masculine again as well. So highlighting this need to regenerate, which is very much the theme for 2025, the year of the snake. So shedding these outdated patterns and not just patterns, but it's addictions and habits and thoughts as well, with this shift into this new cycle, the new identity. So very much this particular cycle is about the self. More than any other cycle, this one is very much about you. So it's about also, we've come into this, coming more and more into this age of Aquarius, is particularly heralded with this Pluto through Aquarius. And can be very hectic because it's the mind with all this new technology, new inventions, new genius, and it's opening up this whole new world to us that is a new frontier, that is something we've never in this lifetime ever experienced before with this technology. And it means we have so much more information, which can be incredibly overwhelming. We also have so much more connection to everything that's happening on Earth because we can see everything that's happening due to technology and the amount of information, and everyone sharing their expression, which again can be very overwhelming. So it's about, and that can also trigger our nervous system to feel highly wired and overwhelmed, which can fry us. So this particular new moon is very much about just slowing down. It's not as outward as normal because of this Pluto, just putting the handbrake on a little bit and making us actually face instead our shadow, the darkness, the depths, the darkest depths of the well of our shadow and our self, in order to bring about this balance. Because Leo is all about creativity. And so it's about balancing this light and dark and being creative, stepping through into this new version of the self, breaking through old thought patterns, shattering them, so that a new, more open, creative way can be made of the self, which is very much about the masculine. There's this very strong indication that it's about breaking through our old masculine patterns, whether you're male or female, and the relation to father, how we relate, and this reliance on father, because we've also got the Venus squaring Mars. So that's the masculine Mars and Venus feminine, the full archetypes of the masculine feminine in relationship, because Venus is all about how we relate and Mars is how we take action, our passion. And so this square is saying there's a discord, there's a break, a non-relation through not just a non-relation, but a time of not working with the masculine and the feminine, in order for that to have a break from the connection of the masculine and feminine, so that we can focus on the self. Because this year is this bridging year, 2025, as I mentioned in my previous videos. This is the bridge year where we cross over from the old into the new. So with this Leo, it's really important that we do take some time for ourselves to really check in with the self. And Leo is about confidence. And the best thing that we can do is to have confidence in ourselves. Because if we are confident in ourselves, truly, then we are able to step forward and step into this creative expression that is of this highest level, that is of the light, because it's done in confidence, not in fear. So that is a higher octave of light spectrum. And so it is about finding that stillness in the heart, because we've got to slow down, because it's getting so hectic, so fast-paced, so much information, and so much getting pulled. Am I this? Am I that? I need to listen to this, need to listen to that person. The answers are actually all within. And it's great that we have this opportunity to share and take in other perspectives. However, it is more important than ever to tap into the self, into the heart, into the own inner knowing. So to tune in to the heart in stillness, and to ask earnestly, what is the heart calling for? So tap really deep into the heart and listen carefully. And then trust. So the thing that breaks confidence is a lack of trust. And so that's where it's tapping into that deep inner knowing, which is highlighted with this Pluto opposition. This deep inner knowing, this intuition of being able to feel expansive and opening the heart to create. And we've just also had this Uranus move into Gemini, which is monumental as well, because Uranus is the planet that shakes things up. It's unconventional, it's a bit radical, and it's unpredictable, unexpected. And into the sign of Gemini, which is similar energy signature, but it's of the mind. So it's very creative as well, Gemini. And it's about expression and genius, intelligence, which is where we're going to see this huge change and surge in technology come through. The last time we had Uranus in Gemini was in the 1940s, which was a huge increase in our inventions and the actually what created the first computer, which cracked the Enigma code during the war. So that's this same energy signature that we're coming into, except it's the next round in the spiral, where we are going to have this huge surge in technology and related to the mind, how we construct the mind. So that's why with this Leo new moon, it is about coming into the heart, feeling confident in these decisions that we make. And very much on a personal level, it is about finding this true confidence, which is a belief in the self. Giving the self encouragement, being your own best cheerleader. So amplify the positive points and expand them, becoming aware of what those positive points are. And this is how we can grow and step into this new, bigger version of ourselves that is not filled with fear, not filled with doubt, but filled with confident decisions. Because it's all about Gemini, which is about decision making, making confident decisions, moving into this new phase. And this is how we get into flow, growing into our full, brightest expression. And it's about trusting that process. It has to be about trust, because we don't know what we don't know. And when we fear, we try to control, which actually inhibits and restricts what our options are and where we can go. So it's not being afraid, but allowing whatever comes and whatever inspiration comes, and then following that and flowing with that and doing it with courage. So this transit mostly is about focusing on the self, not partnership, not family, but the self. It's shaking up our previous beliefs on how we attach to others so that we can become this strong, independent, sovereign being, so that we can become whole, that we can be confident in our decisions that we make, trusting this process and it shining into our brightest expression, able to think outside the box. We've got to be adaptable coming into this new phase, because the rapid progress and changes within our society is upon us. So being ready to adapt to whatever those changes are and staying true to the self in the process. But it's not the self that is about, gratification or greed. It is about this Pluto in Aquarius and this Aquarian age, which is about community and humanitarianism. So tapping truly into the heart to ask, what is the true calling? What am I here for? What lights me up the most? And following that within the heart and feeling good within the heart. So to keep following those good feelings within the heart and taking the time to sit in stillness through the chaos, to tap into the heart, to listen to it and expand it as this beautiful light out into this world that we're living in. So it is an exciting new moon. It is an exciting time. This particular year is such a transformational year. And it is about stepping with confidence into this new self, this new identity, trusting the process, trusting the journey. So I hope that this has been helpful for you. I do offer one-on-one sessions. I'll leave the information in the description box. If you did find this helpful, I invite you to like and subscribe and share if you feel that it resonates. Until then, I wish you a blessed and bright Leo new moon full of fun, joy, excitement, and creative expression. Following your dreams, following your desires and your heart. Until then, all the best.